All right. Glasses smudged, double check. Bluetooth, everything, check. People in the chat, woot. So, people are already guessing at what I'm drinking tonight. Let me know if there is a problem with the audio, but I'll just try to assume the best. So it's kind of weird. It feels like it's been longer since I went live. Maybe because I'm going like 2 weeks late this time. But last time I was on live, I was doing the Alzheimer's walk. So, the Alzheimer's fundraiser, I guess it's with the walk. But so it really wasn't that long ago, but for some reason it feels like it's been forever. So I see a couple awesome people in the chat, and that Donnie had to run to get, wow, that was really fast, Donnie. Donnie's already back with dinner, the Linux cat. So, and we have Whiskey Wiggle, the most awesome wrench. Mike Meyer, no, I'm not going to be drinking rye. I will be dooming myself with that sometime soon with Livewire whiskey, but not today. Zelfer's here. Thanks for showing up, buddy, and getting dinner in time. And Tim Corney's here. Awesome to see you. John Perkle. Why is everybody trying to get me to drink rye? It's not happening. Not tonight. So right now I'm starting out with a little positive control, which probably everybody in this chat could guess what it is. It's just regular old Knob Creek 100. This is by far the lowest proof thing I'm drinking tonight, which I didn't quite realize till writing down some notes. Yep, you guessed it, Knob Creek. When will they sponsor me? Please sponsor me. So yeah, everybody's guessing. This is so funny. So, and y'all have pretty close guesses. So, steak salsa? Oh, steak salad. Steak salsa sounded good. Nepgeek. Cool. Hey, Chris. All the way from across the world, across the globe, Australia. Young Pei. Oh, hey, you're here. One of the things I'm not drinking tonight, but I did pick up in Vegas, is actually a regular Russell single barrel, not a store pick. And I bring that up because we can't get the single barrels here, but thanks to Young Pei, I did get a store pick of a Russell single barrel that was delicious. I've still got like 3/4 of that bottle, but it's so good. So why do I feel weird talking to myself when I feel like I should be used to that? It's what I do all day at work, is just talk to myself. Hey, William O'Neill is here. I got to hang out. He's another Boricua. We got to hang out on Livewire Whiskey the other night. If you haven't subbed to them, you should. It's just super fun, pub-like kind of atmosphere. So I see Bourbon Baller here. John C. You must not be talking about me. Vegas. Most 6 people pick up a Vegas require. I was definitely down for the count for a bit. No real meds beyond, NyQuil basically, but feeling much better now. So up and at it now. Hey, Mike. Speaking of Livewire Whiskey, this is one half, and I think I saw Mr. Whiskey Shits, who's the other half of Livewire Whiskey. So super cool. Oh, Richard Z's here. So, and Doug H, I saw you earlier on, so thanks for being here. Oh, Swan's here. Swan, I'm waiting to try some of those last samples until Mr. Whiskey Shits gets his, and we can kind of try some of those together, but I'm excited for those. But I did get to try some, and they were really delicious. It was pretty cool. Elmer T. Lee, not overrated, y'all. It's pretty darn good. So I thought I saw somebody else I wanted to shout. Oh, hey, Marty of Whiskey Knows, another awesome channel, another like pub-like sort of channel that's super fun. And he just had his first, they both just had their first distillery guest. They're getting legit, way too legit for me. I do not have distillery guests. So, but yeah, super cool. So yeah, today I am going to be trying some of the stuff I got in Las Vegas. Apparently, everything stays in Las Vegas, including my memory. Starting out with, of course, Knob Creek 100, just to sort of check where my palate is at. I'd say it's kind of like an average medium day. Do y'all have that where like Sundays you're just like, wow, like I'm getting so much out of this. You know, this is the day to try some of those like really cool samples. And then, oh no, and bourbon is here. I love bourbon. And yet another awesome channel where actually me and Mr. Whiskey Shits got drunk with the Davilars. I mean, not got, we just had a good time. Of course, the point is not whatever. But bourbon is awesome. And he's the master of hunting for whiskeys. So, but yeah. Oh, and Emily. Hi, Emily. She's the best. So no Chattanooga, Tim. Absolutely not. But yeah, so while we're in Vegas, we got to try some, I keep interrupting myself, but it's just like, I see all these people in other people's chats all the time, and it's so cool seeing y'all in my chat. So hey, Lil, very cool to see you here. So, and Sugar Kitty, of course. And Don Nishida, who's a patron, BT Devs. Oh, this one's not attached to a thing, but I have a Patreon for anybody who wants to join, mostly some behind the scenes, but also recently I got stickers of my new logos. I'm in love with them. I think they're amazing. So patrons get free stickers. They look great on a Hydro Flask, just saying. So you can ask Zofer. He's got the other sticker on his. So, but yeah, well, let's get into it. So some of these I picked out. Some of these Nick picked out and he bought. So there are some that might seem a little weird. That's because he's a weirdo and he picked them. So, and then there's some others that I won't be trying just because, like Russell Single Barrel tonight, just because y'all are probably already pretty familiar with that. So, wanted to start with a couple of the lower proof ones. So this is, okay, so I guess my first one is one that I actually opened while I was in Vegas. I think all the rest of these, I have not tried the bottle. One of these I did get to have a sample of at the liquor store, which for me was, I've heard other people say that this is a thing, but I have not, I'm in Utah. We don't have store picks to begin with, and you certainly can't try a sample on the, you know, at the store. So we got this Maker's Mark SE4 PR5. So I've actually been a pretty big fan of the Maker's Mark's, you know, like wood finish series. I honestly have not had like a non-wood finish maker, so I can't compare there, but I just love the spice and flavor that the, you know, the having those staves in it gives it. So if you're not familiar, which you probably heard at least in some kind of way, these wood finish series, they come out with these ones twice a year. And then also they do store picks. Even Utah has like a state pick one. We got 2 of those holiday bottles. They were delicious. So this is one from last year. I also have the FAE, and I had skipped this one last year and then regretted it. So, oh, hey, long-time listener, first-time caller. Well, thanks. Welcome to the party. So, but super cool. Oh, and the Magical Moose is here. Hey, buddy, one of our Canadian friends. So, Mr. Useful sounds like my kind of people. I think he's talking about Nick getting weird stuff. So I'm still excited to try it. It's just, it works out because it's not something I would have spent. I bought this. I like the FAE, but I actually liked my holiday pick better. The FAE is on the fruity side, so it's kind of lighter, where some of the others are more spicy. So I got this one there since it's totally gone from my state, and was pretty excited to try it. So this is the only one I have tried a little bit of, well, of the bottle. And then another one I had a sample of at the store, and it was amazing. So, but I don't know if y'all like, what y'all think of these wood finished makers, especially if you're a weeded fan to begin with. I feel like I don't have a ton of experience with weededs outside of the finished makers. I've got a Larceny barrel proof And I think I've had like a couple of others, but you know, like just one pour kind of thing. But I really, really like these. So, but kind of wonder what people who drink other weededs think about these. If they're just too off profile, or if you like that kind of, I don't know, interesting kick. And I think the Maker's Mark limited release, whatever they're called, uh, with their crazy names, SE4 by PR5, actually have fairly accurate tasting notes on them. So this one says barrel finished for amplified notes of vanilla, baking spices, and creamy caramel. And I would say, and I feel like this is a common note on especially wood finished whiskeys, but just weededs in general, baking spice up the wazoo. Always for me, I always really get that strongly. Okay, so he loves the Justin Jones. Oh, and cool to see you here. I know you're the youngest, the unknown Jonas brother, according to Shelf Turds. So I'm not going to steal their jokes, I promise. But just first time seeing you here, so very cool. Thanks for coming in. And also, y'all, as you come in, make sure you like and subscribe so that you can see more fancy Wile E. Coyote signs like these. This one is having a rough time and it's kind of on its last legs, but we'll make it last. But you said you like the FAE and the 46, don't care for regular. Yeah, and that's what I keep hearing, so I keep just not getting it. So I can't really compare and say whether I do or not. And then Tim said cask for, yeah, that's the other one. I love the 46 cask strain. So good. I just saw somebody else said that they really like the SE4 PR5. I'm a fan. Hold on. Wile E. Coyote. And it's funny because I feel like other ones are very baking spice forward. This one, almost like a caramel popcorn, is kind of the first thing that's like coming to my nose. I don't like to spend too much time nosing. I want to get to the drinking. Wind is picking up outside. It keeps threatening like it's gonna rain, but if it does, it'll be like 2 minutes. Oh no, Young Pay's in the cubicle trenches. That sounds like a rough day. So yeah, just cinnamon baking spice. Hold on. I got distracted by the wind and forgot to really pay attention. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. You feel free to do that as you press the like button, but only press it once, otherwise you're unliking it. So this is 110 proof, and I feel like the finish nicely lingers, and it's got just a really nice level of spice. Honestly, right at the end of the finish, and I will say, I feel like my taste buds are slightly off. They felt kind of off yesterday, but I will say I get almost like so I said caramel popcorn at the beginning. I almost get like a burnt caramel popcorn in the finish. So we're just going to keep with that caramel popcorn, but so good. I still very much dig it. All right, we're at 6:15. No, it's opening up. It's opening up now. I'm getting more like a caramel, but a lot of maybe anise. I really need to go. We don't have half the baking spices I want to sniff to figure this out. So I just need to go to the grocery store and buy them. Not like brown sugar. I would say there's like caramel as in like caramel popcorn though, truly. I'm saying like too much. But yes, finger shimmies. It's kind of like deep thought shimmies. Trying to place what I'm tasting. It is good though. And I'd say it's very different than yeah, kind of a scorched caramel thing, but almost like the more on the burnt, like if you actually, so I get scorched caramel definitely on some. I feel maybe more on the front of the palate, I'm getting scorched caramel, but in the end, I'm kind of getting, the couple popcorns that go a little too far in the microwave, and then you put caramel on top of them. So, but yeah, sorry, I'm missing some of the chat. and I feel like some of it was Wile E. Coyote. This gravity. If you just remind him that gravity exists, it suddenly exists. I found the cask 46, but my local store has a good barrel pick that is 109 proof and 646. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's probably got a very similar profile. I will say this is different from my Utah holiday pick and my 46 cask strength, but I'd say my 46 cask strength and my Utah holiday pick are probably more similar. So I bet this is actually a pretty fair representation. Oh, and Marty said, I knew I saw somebody say baked apples. I feel like I get that very, very subtly. Whereas in FAE, I really get apples just, right there at the front. I feel like I'm getting that almost like if people put that thought in my head kind of way. Red Hots, not so much for me on this one. What have I gotten Red Hots on? I feel like I got it on something recently. And I can't think of it, but I'm pretty sure it was another wheated. I'm not a huge fan of like actual Red Hots, but often I don't mind that kind of cinnamon spice in a whiskey. And I do feel like that tends to be more of a presence in the wheateds. But while that sits there, I mean, not that there's much left. We're going to go to another one. What do we got next to improve? I kind of wanted to put the wheateds next to each other because I feel like I get more out of a wheated before I go on to non-wheated bourbon, which pretty much means replace the wheat in the mash bill with rye. So, and oh, this is the only one I think I didn't rate the mash bill on that I have. But I think pretty much everybody that I'm seeing in the chat, but that doesn't necessarily mean everybody who's watching. Oh, I can see how many people are watching. That's cool. 53. So most of y'all are familiar, but a wheated bourbon is going to normally be, again, over 51% corn, but then you have wheat and malted barley as opposed to rye and malted barley. So I'm going to go with another wheated. Now this one is the one I'm stoked for. So this is an Old Elk, and I've been interested in Old Elk since Mash and Drum had them on. And I'd heard about them a little bit before that, but that's when I was like, wow, this sounds pretty cool because I love his palette. And he's going live tonight, and then later on ADHD Whiskey. I don't have ADHD Whiskey's link in the thing because Mash and Drum goes on before that, but I do have Mash and Drum's live stream link in the description where it's but he had Greg, what's his name? Greg Metz. I wanted to say Mintz. Greg Metz on his stream a month and a half ago or so. And it was really interesting. And what I kept hearing was that Old Elk is good, but it's like the store picks that are really good, and see if you can't try a sample ahead of time, which was like, well, none of this exists in Utah. And then I went to Vegas and we went to Liquor Lineup and we got to have a sample. And it was so good. So the regular, I think, is 94 proof. And Nick actually had gotten a bottle of that before we found this store pick. So that's somewhere. And I had tried it and was like, it was very strong on the maple syrup for me. And it was just too sweet without enough spice. So it just didn't quite do it for me. But this one is a pick. Again, it's called Whiskey Slickers. And it is 114.8 proof. So, and this one was 110.8 proof. So going up just a little bit, but so this is one I tried a sample of at the store, but haven't had since then. I'm not even measuring, y'all. Are y'all impressed? Because this isn't really a flight, so I don't feel like I need equal amounts to compare. I'm just getting to try things I bought. So I'll switch this out. Now we're having this Old Elk. So this is not their wheat. They do have a straight wheat whiskey. This is actually their wheated bourbon, though. So Justin Jonas says he loves his pick of OHLQ. Oh, is that Ohio's? Like, because I know they're state-run also, right? Is that their the Ohio pick, or maybe totally stands for something totally different? But yeah, I kept hearing different people saying that they're pick, don't read and talk at the same time. Stop it. But their picks were really good. So was super excited to try this. Did want to mention, so this is MGP. This is MGP sourced, and it's about 5 years old. I can't remember if this one actually tells you exactly. I love the their tater sticker. So for all those who are familiar with Alf, you might even catch the cat sandwich on there. So nobody tell my cat who's sleeping right next to me. You can almost see her. Little gray and white fuzz over there. So, oh God, I need to water that plant. Whoops. Um, so, sorry. So this is 5 years MGP, and I like the mash bills. I think it's interesting. Y'all might not, but if you're familiar, a lot of times you're looking at corn at about 75, 77, you know, like in the 70s percent wise. But this one is a pretty high. I am talking out of my butt. I wrote down the wrong mash bill. I think I wrote down the one for the regular because I have written down that it's a high malted barley content, and I said 51% corn, 34% malted barley, and then 15% rye, which means no wheat. So I have failed you. Sorry. It was Alf. Alf screwed me up. See? Yeah, he's a jerk. He should be in prison. So, but, well, whatever. It's got wheat in it. Woo! Wow, that's weird. It almost has like, not quite eucalyptus, but more, oh, look, cat woke up. She hasn't woken up like all day. She's either 15 or 18. We don't know. But hopefully she won't start whining in the background. It's not eucalyptus, but you know the way eucalyptus sort of just opens up everything and just gives you that like sort of freshening feeling? That's what is really coming off on this. And not in oh, the proof is just burning sort of way. Honestly, in like a, ooh, now I can breathe again kind of thing. So bold-faced lie. If anything Chattanooga has taught us, it is that I do not like malt. So, which might be, well, no, I don't even know what I'm going to say. But Alex makes a great point that he has whiskey merch, mountain merch, whiskey mountain merch coming on to him, whatever. Words. I have a new, oh, I'm so dumb. I have a new website and it has merch on it and it's like a legit website. So, you know, once I got these logos, a lot of people were like, oh, it'd be really great to get, you know, a shirt or something on it. So I'm actually going to share that just real quick with y'all. So give me 1 second and then we will go right back to trying Old Elk. In fact, while I figure this out, I'm going to sip it and think about it. Oops, and I went away from the chat so I can't see anything. Check it out. So Richie and Whiskey Wiggle have posted the link in the chat. But what you can see is I have a legit website and it's very easy. It's whiskeymountains.com. So I'm getting my samples soon. Basically, I did a lot of research to try and find stuff that would be very affordable for y'all, and but also good quality and like true to size, and also that the ink isn't going to wash away. I just don't want people to buy it, you know, just because they want to support, but then they don't like the way it fits, or they don't like the, you know, that it wears off or whatever. So, but yeah, I've got a couple new designs, including this guy. This was one of the ones that people had thought would be very cool. So how cool is that? I'm pretty excited. So yeah, that is a thing. If you go, and I'll be adding, you know, gradually as we go. But I'm pretty excited about actually being able to give y'all proper merch. So, and in a way that's doable for me. This is what I did while I was sick. Researched and played around with the colors and trying to get that whole website set up, because it is a bit more complicated than like Teespring or one of those sort of standards kind of thing. It actually cost me a little bit of money, but I'm excited about it because I think it'll be better quality and it seems super affordable, you know, for y'all. So hopefully that will all be true. And that y'all will like some of the designs I get up there. And if you have other ideas or whatever, I'll definitely be playing around and adding on. But I'm just really excited. I'll post other things on there too. I've got a page for my videos and stuff, but you know, progress. It feels very legit. Whiskeymountains.com. That's just nuts. So, okay, back to Old Elk. Boop-a-doop. Again, store pick, weeded bourbon. Ooh. Wait for it, and wait for it. That finish. It's for me, like, it's very yummy up front. It really is. It's like just creamy caramel with baking spice. I mean, it's so yummy up front. It's not too sweet. It has a nice amount of spice, but it is that finish that is just divine. Like wait. I think, yes, I made this for the Alzheimer's fundraiser. This one, absolutely, it will make you shimmy or whatever your equivalent is. But I dig this. I dig this a lot. And now I get why everybody was like, oh, the store picks are so, I mean, when I tried it in the store, I was just, you know, bug-eyed about it kind of thing. I was so excited. The finish is ridiculous. Somebody else said they had one. Oh, that doesn't necessarily mean you're drinking it right now. But does the finish linger for anybody else who's had, you know, a higher proof one of these? Because it is, oh, it's so good. So Mike Myers says his is not the weeded Old Elk. Yeah, we have a regular. So in Vegas, we got a regular of the weeded. But before that, like right after Mash and Drum Stream, Nick had gotten a regular of the Old Elk. And it just wasn't my jam. I think it's that freaking high malted barley content might just be a bit too much for me. It was not quite up my alley. I didn't hate it, but I didn't really enjoy it. So yes, did you see? I was pretty excited. I did make a notebook in there because also blue and lime green are my favorite colors. You see my mouse. But so you'll see a lot of that, but I'll do other color combos eventually. But yeah, I did put a journal in there so y'all can write your notes, you know, be nerdy like me. So, and oh yeah, and it's all in the banner there. But yeah, I think the malted barley really comes through on the regular for me, but I love this pick. And then they told me, ooh, that was funny. I'm getting actually like a little bit of banana and like, so kind of a banana, like fresh banana and caramel, not so much caramelized banana or like banana foster that I get on some things, if that makes sense. Like fresh banana, like how some people dip apples in caramel, I think. I think that's a thing. But it's almost like if you did that with bananas. I don't know, maybe people do that. Here we go. The straight wheat and the sour mash. I need to get the wheated bourbon. What did you think of this? I've never had a straight wheat whiskey. So I have no idea what it would even be like, but I love this. So, and I didn't know about their sour mash. Actually, one of the things Nick got that I'm not going to be having tonight was, oh, why did I think it was the sour? Man, somebody else said it right in the chat, and I was like, no, you're wrong. It's the sour mash. I'm wrong. It's the American whiskey. Fail. But I think I already passed this proof by a lot. Yeah, this is 83.4 proof. I'm at 114. So not going back down. Mm. Mm. I know I need to move on to other ones, but I'm just what is it in the finish? It's not pepper. For once, I feel like pepper is the most common thing you're going to hear somebody say in the finish. It's not pepper. I wouldn't quite say it's like leather, like chilies and chocolate, like chiles kind of thing, you know, like spicy and chocolate, almost like a mole sauce. If you've ever had like legit mole, like it's kind of like that. Or fairly legit mole. I don't know that I've ever had legit. That's like we don't have that in Puerto Rico. So, but I've gone to some pretty good restaurants that I guess have fairly legit mole. It's kind of a spicy chocolate in the finish that I dig. And it's not pepper as in black pepper, but just like chiles sort of thing. Ooh, I dig it. Oh, that's how you knew it was the American, because it has stars. So Michter's is one of, I tend to do this thing of like, well, if I probably can't get my hands on it, or it's like out of my budget, like either or, then I just don't really pay attention. Which is why I don't really have like a search list, mainly because on a budget a lot of times. So, but so I don't pay as much attention. Oh, hey, Lisette. I didn't mean to click that, but hey. Ooh, how do I get beakers made? That would be awesome. What I like about this website is I can get things through other places. So these are all like print on demand, but I can also eventually get things, you know, that I would have here and would ship out myself. It's way more of a pain for me. So that might be a bit, but I could get, you know, a few things like that that I'd thought about. So it could happen, the beaker thing. So far I haven't found any hats by print on demand that I really like. So we shall see. Just keep on looking. Hey, Jake, you just ordered a shirt. Which one? Oh, you have no idea how many hours I spent, y'all, making those shirts. So, woot. Thanks, Donnie. I'm just so excited to have that website up, and like it kind of looks legit. It'll take some more work, but what am I drinking? Oh, I'm supposed to stop drinking this and move on. One more sip though. That was an extended shimmy dance thing. But yeah, those are options too. If like, you know, you don't want to do a long-term thing of Patreon or whatever, that's always definitely an option. So appreciate anything, but also just appreciate the general support. So I think Mash and Drum is starting earlier, so I'm seeing like my numbers drop a little bit, and I get it, totally get it. Again, Mash and Drum's going on, and then ADHD Whiskey's going on with Matt Madness finale tonight. Who are y'all rooting for? Dare I even bring that up in the chat? That could cause fighting. Maybe I should be careful. Ooh. Okay. So an option to try, but I kind of think I might skip it because I have a couple others I want to get to. But an option, and if y'all are just super curious, I guess I could. This is one of the weird ones Nick got. Which is, well, to me, it's weird. Clyde May's 110 proof Alabama style whiskey, whatever the hell that means. I kept Googling. I didn't really get a legit answer. I got some things that said finished with a hint of apple, whatever that's supposed to mean. And this is 110 proof, so it'd be a little bit of a step down. But it is an option. So if somebody's just like nutty buddy about it and thinks I got to try it, okay, but I was thinking to skip it and go on to either. Sorry, I have the proofs written down and like notes about mash bills and things. So somebody said any chance that's not from Alabama, but from MGP. So from what I looked up, I believe it is actually made. Yeah, it's from the Conecuh Ridge. So I did actually spend a little time looking it up, trying to understand it. And I don't think it is. Wait, is it? I don't think it is sourced because I think this distillery opened in 2001. Well, but here it says bottled by Conecuh Ridge Distillery. I know I saw that it's like claims from 1946 or something because he started then illegally, but the distillery opened in 2001. Here's the thing. So the mash bill on this is 55% corn, 30% rye, and 15% barley. And it is a blend of 6 to 7 year whiskeys. So I don't know if that means anything. Linux Cat says he thinks it's from Florida. I feel like I did actually see something about that. So maybe that's what it is. It's weird. I mean, I haven't tried it, but it sounds weird. Alabama styles means they drop apples. I wondered if that's what they, because it just said like with a hint of apples. I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? So I guess if you really like apples, you know, it could be your thing. I'm not that into apples. And one of the first website I went to about it said, I wrote it down because it cracked me up. Apple cider vinegar and rot. And then later it said decay and sulfur. So I don't particularly want to try it. So instead, the pick would be between, wait for it. Bueller. Yeah, I know which one Donnie will say. I've not had either of these, but we have and then there's one other one that I for sure want to do. So, you know, I could rush through both of these and do both. But I have this Old Scout, so this is a straight bourbon, and this I do know is MGP. This is a liquor lineup pick, same place as this Old Elk, which is a delicious pick. Woo, ding. And then Barrel Dovetail, which I've heard a lot about, but hadn't really researched before this because never really thought I'd see it. So if you're familiar with Barrel, they blend, they do MGP and kind of finish and do blends. So this one is 124 proof, good bit higher than this one. And yeah, so I think this is, well, sorry. I know that this is both Indiana and Tennessee. I wrote down some notes for all of these. I promise. This one is just straight up MGP, 5 years old, 60% corn, 36% rye. So it's definitely a high rye bourbon, and 4% malted barley. So, here's some great bottles from Vegas. Yes, it did. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. So, which one? Has it hit it? Yeah, I remember that it's 9. It's batch 9. It's the very last Dovetail. Also, I'm kind of excited about this one just because I do enjoy a little bit of woodworking and would like to get more into it when I don't live in a carpeted apartment. But, you know, I think the dovetail joint is really pretty. So I think it's kind of cool. That's a thing here. So everybody's saying Dovetail is really good. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go to Dovetail. Yeah, everybody's going nuts for Dovetail. Okay, so I'm going to try Dovetail. I'll try this later. Because I do have a regular bottle of Old Scout American whiskey. Sorry, this one's not bourbon. This one's American whiskey, but this is from Mr. Whiskey Sheds. So, and I might kind of try those together just to get a better feel for MGP because I haven't really had a lot of MGP in my life. Why do I always? Does everybody else automatically smell the bottle before, you know, instead of waiting the 2 seconds it's going to take to pour and just smell out of the glass that's been designed for them to smell out of? Or no? Okay, I'm gonna put that here. Not that you can see it that well, but there you go. So now we're trying barrel. So we've got Makers, SC4PR5, Old Elk pick, barrel, and then there will be a last but not least that I'm very excited for because I'd had a sample of this before from Adam Dorman and had been wanting it ever since, but they don't have it here. But I have never had barrel, any kind of barrel product before. Zopher says he does the same. No, it's clearly not me because Zopher does it too. So Abuya is desserty delicious. So I did watch ADHD Whiskey's review on this that was like from a month ago because I was trying to remember if it came because Clifton of Bourbon Bites did a stream with Will Schrager of Barrel twice now, actually, I think. Well, a live stream and then an interview with him about the Stellum stuff. But and I remember that Donnie and his wife loved I think it was Dovetail that y'all really liked. It was a barrel product. Oh, it smells good. It smells very creamy. If something can smell creamy, it smells creamy. It smells like, I don't know anything about cooking or baking or anything. I assume people mix caramel and butter. It smells like caramel and like a caramel frosting, buttercream frosting or something. Like I can tell the difference between types of frosting. I don't know. It smells like caramel frosting. Miss Linux Cat loves, okay, Diana loves it. Okay, I knew somebody did. Love Dovetail. So, but I knew that I thought that they came in batches, but I wasn't reading that when I was trying to research / cram for the stream. The only taste tests worth noting are those done blind. I think that can be true, especially like blind as in not in a flight. But I'm also, aside from the makers, I feel like I had no bias going into these. You know, none of these are like made by Knob Creek or something. So I felt like I could be fairly open. Like I said, like I had not been impressed with the regular Old Elk, so I didn't really have a bias going in. But I do think that's a fair statement about it, being honest and blind. Butter is in caramel. I thought caramel was just burnt sugar. Oh, is it just burnt sugar in butter? Yeah, it is. But, okay, well then it's frosting. It's creamy caramel frosting. Oh, I missed Emily Chambers. Ooh, whoa, when I took like a really deep sniff, it had like a weird afternote, but maybe that's because I was reading something about Dickel at the same time. And I know it's a blend. No, it doesn't smell that bad actually. Sorry, now I'm just deep thinking. This is the truth about how I drink. And I'm reading the chat. Yeah, especially if you open them. They might not mind if you're just smelling the glass. So, okay, I feel like a jerk having that still up. So I'm just going to put that up instead. So I will be trying to return back to this first Wednesday of the month thing. So, which is technically in like 2 weeks, but I'll be back to that. I'm actually not going to have a banner at all. That's lame. So let me just try it. I get more than just that. Like almost like a grape. Kind of a grape. Like a purpley grape. Like green grapes are more tart, I feel like, and purples are more sweet. Okay. If we get to 60 at Whiskey Mountain, you need to drink that bottle you are avoiding. Is that the Clyde May's? Like and subscribe. I don't know how many we're at. So, but if you haven't liked the video, or if you're not subscribed for either, please go ahead and do so. Okay. Oh, I did just sip it and then I got distracted. See? I'm gonna be honest, I don't love this. I like it. I think it's good. I wish I had more sweetness on the palate, which is kind of funny for me to say because generally I don't like bourbons that are too sweet. And actually, everybody keeps saying it's like a dessert bourbon. So I feel like I'm wrong. Maybe this is just coming off of Wheated's, and I needed some water, which I had not had. Stickers to all my Patreon members. And I guess I can put them on my new website. Okay. I feel like I should have poured this earlier so it would have had time to open up. So having said that, I'm going to give time. Oh, and Aiden's reading my mind. Whoops. It sweetens as it opens. So to give both this and the next thing time, I'm going to go ahead and pour the next one, but keep coming back to this. So yeah, it is a lot of things going on. I feel like I'm taking, like having difficulty processing all of it. So I'm putting it back in this, which by the way, Whiskey Wiggle from the chat, me, but I can't show you how awesome it is, but it's super awesome and I love it. But this is the one I'm really, really excited for. Clearly I've not tried yet. Had a sample from Adam Dorman before and loved it, and then was mad because knew I would never find it. And now I found it. So I'm so excited. So it's the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof. And mine is 130.9 proof. I don't know what proof or whatever the one Adam sent me before, so I wanted to see this. So watching it live with the wifey, this is first, and she's shy to chat, and yeah, I need to let that, yeah, so I've got about 15 more minutes left, so I'll let that open up for a few minutes while I get this opened up. But hi, Maria Elena, and he never corrected me on how to pronounce your name, so I'm still sorry if I'm still saying it wrong. So, but I think I remembered it right. But glad you're watching. Very excited that you're watching. Step one, watch, just have fun and hang out. While I open up this Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof that I'm so excited for. Okay, should have thought ahead. Of course, my knife is over there. Oh, there's my hiking knife over there. It's opening. It's opening. So I almost said before I said this, like, I know, everybody loves the JD Barrel Proof rye. I know. He sent me a sample of that too. This is better. You know why? Oh, wait. Because it's not a rye. But I will agree with you that pretty much the rest of the whiskey world agrees with you, Scott Moody, and that I'm the one in the wrong. So, yeah, true. Who the hell do you think you are trying to open my Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof? You best watch out. So I'll get the rest of that off later because I don't want to drive you all crazy. Ooh, wait, hold on. Let's get the mic. We're doing an uncorking. It's Bourbon Night style. I'm sure that's a trademark or something. So all credit goes to them. But oh, it was kind of a cute one. I liked it. I don't know how it came through, but it was cute. I'm just gonna keep doing that now. So, oh, I'm excited. And this is what there's so much plastic left. I'm pouring out of the plastic. It's so stupid. This is such a Nick way to open things. So he always leaves too much plastic on, and it always drives me nuts. Wives, am I right? They're the worst. Boop. Aw, thanks, Richie Z. Thank you. So yeah, I know, but it's like I don't want to dig into other channel times, and I mean he's very set, and I always enjoy his show also. So think of this as time that this is opening up, okay? Rumor is, ooh, mama. Okay, I'm just putting this out there right now. Anybody who finds that and happens to find an extra bottle, you hit me up. I will find the money. Yes. Thank you, Bourbon Baller. You and me, best buddies forever. Like, yes, 100%. I just looked for a sign that would agree with you, but apparently that needs to be my next sign. I'm just gonna leave that up there forever. So, but that is exciting. I really dug the sample that I had of this. I'm really excited for this one. So for those unfamiliar, Jack Daniel's is Tennessee whiskey, not bourbon, even though it's the exact same thing. It just goes through some charcoal to make it smoother. But whatever. It's Tennessee whiskey. Not trying to start a fight. Mine is 130.9. Oh, I meant to tell y'all prices. I'm sorry. This one I got for $75. So I know because I bought this one. And I was very, very excited. So, and the mash bill on this is 80% corn, 12% malted barley, and 8% rye, which I think is kind of interesting because a lot of times, you know, on like a standard bourbon mash bill, the rye will be, you know, a little bit higher than the malted barley. So I'm kind of, I think it's, I don't know. I think that's kind of interesting because I think just from the sample I had, it's very particular. What did Mr. Useful say? Or useless? That's my husband, by the way, who's actually being very useful right now and keeping the dog out of screwing things up. So props to him. Whatever. You haven't tried it yet? Maybe it has a hint of rye or malt. Just say, stop trying to mess with my head. Oh, good point. That's an interesting point. It does look darker. Shit. Did I write down how old it was? Anybody know how old these tin? Well, or you could just try reading it yourself, dipshit. They don't tell you. They always want to give you some big long story that nobody cares about and not provide the information that you are actually interested in. Great. The bottling date. Again, tells me absolutely nothing. Oh, Nick, it's close to your birthday. It's not your birthday, but it's close. No. Anybody know about how old these are? Anyways, I just, you know, tend to associate darker with, you know, likely older. So, yeah, a good bit darker. I mean, not that, well, no, you can see, yeah, good bit darker. Okay, yeah, so not age stated, but around 8 to 9 years. And I did see somebody else also said not age stated. She's like, the most annoying thing to me, just tell me. Just, you know, like, why are we keeping secrets? Like, I just want to know, how am I supposed to do science without having the facts? Like, you can't do it without the data. Okay, yeah, so everybody around 8 to 9 years. So that makes sense because I know some of these were like 5 to 6 years or 6 to 7. So I guess it makes sense that it's a little bit darker, but I don't know, it's a good bit darker. Anyways, shut up. Ooh, it smells good. Not quite as banana forward as the previous sample that I'd had. Shall I do it the scientist way? That doesn't fucking work at all? Waft. It just, you know, for being this proof, so you're seeing me, I can stick my nose in this. This is 130.9 proof, and I just opened it, and I can stick my nose in this. So for sure, proofiness is not like overtaking it at all, which I find kind of impressive at 130 proof. Like, a lot of sweetness comes forward. In a way, I'm glad I saved this for last just because it's so sweet smelling. But just to really hold the finale, climax, I don't know. Delay the suspense. To keep the suspense. Why? I'm gonna go back and try this, having let it air out for only a couple more minutes. But I'm gonna be sipping on these probably throughout Mash and Drum and Matt Madness. So about just a few minutes left until that. But honestly, still a good bit of people watching. Okay, now this is honestly, and it really truly has only been just a few minutes, right? Less than 10. I do like the, hello mouse. I do like the term whiskey waft though. Doesn't really work. Yeah, it gave me no whiskey shimmy, but I like that term. I like a good alliteration. Ooh, what did somebody say about Stag Junior? Sorry, similar proof and probably age to Stag Junior, but different taste profile. Are you talking about this Jack Daniel's single barrel proof? Because that's an interesting idea to try those. Maybe I'll try those side by side later, because I did get some stat. Again, Young Pei Chang, y'all, is the kindest, most generous, most wonderful person ever, and I hope to meet you one day. Truly, like, I just can't even tell you, you're the best. But I do get to have some stag, and so maybe I can try that later side by side. That'd be amazing. Oh, it's so good though. Okay. Whoa. What is this? Barrel dovetail. Okay. So it kind of smells like really dark molasses. Like in England, I had molasses. Like I'm not a big fan of molasses, but I remember I spent a semester in England and had some like really dark molasses. And I don't think it's called molasses. I feel like, but it's basically molasses. It's not treacle, something else, but it was really dark and kind of a tar sort of note to it, like tar and molasses combined. Wait, okay, but in fairness, I think ADHD is for another hour. I can promise you, but I'm gonna sip it right up. Ooh, okay, I really liked that sip so much more than I liked the earlier sips. Still, hey, Hendo's here. Hendo, my hammock has shipped, and I'm really excited. So y'all expect to see a video in the next few months of my first ever backpacking trip, and I'm gonna do it with a hammock, thanks to Hendo. So I'm like crazy excited for that. Ooh, thoughts on what whiskey would be perfect for backpacking? Think on that. That Stag Junior would be a good one. Okay. Sometimes you forget people are actually watching you. Yes, yes. Yeah, so that is 8 p.m. my time. So that's like about another hour and 3 minutes. Oh, okay, black treacle. Okay. I was like, it's not treacle, it's just dark treacle, black treacle. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it reminds me of that. Okay, now I dig this so much more. And it's only been a few minutes. Oh, look at the legs on that bait. Oh, I'm sorry. I tell you to, you can almost tell. Not quite. But they take their sweet time. Wow. That is really cool. That is an oily motherfucker. Oh, good call. Good call. You don't have to twist my arm. All right. I guess that's happening. That'll at least be in my flask. Ooh, okay. So I do actually have ADHD, but I took my medicine today. I swear, both pills. But I resonate with him strongly. Okay, really did like that barrel. I agree. It's one of the. I should have honestly poured it earlier to allow it to open it up more so I could get more specific notes. Really, molasses is the main thing I'm getting. There's something else on the nose that I just can't spot. We did also get some seagrass, I think. Right? Nick, put it in the chat if I think we did. I haven't tried it. I've been waiting to try all of these until my live stream, and then I got sick and that delayed. Okay, let me get in this Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. Pretty much 1 minute until Mash and Drum goes on. Relate, resonate, same thing. But people use resonate in the same way, yeah? Right? I feel like that's the thing. There's another word I'm also thinking of. Reflect. I'll think of it once the stream is over, and it'll be too late. That's probably why I didn't try it and didn't put it up here. I did do that. And I know it just has that it's a weird one. Okay. But the people love it. Come to mom. That is good. What are y'all talking about that the rye is better? Have you drank this? It's so much better. Oh my God. Hold on. So there's, I really like this. This one's not as banana forward as I was expecting, as I've had with like with the sample I had, or even the single barrel that's not barrel proof, the select or whatever. Um, yeah, but everybody says the rye is better, and that's bullshit. They can both be good though. That seems legit. I like that idea. I thought you said it repels bears. Sorry, Marty. Um, ooh, like I'm getting actually more like burnt marshmallow. So like on other, what am I thinking of? Like kind of on Old Forester, you get that banana note sometimes. But like on certain things, I get like a banana Foster. On certain makers, actually, those wood finished ones, I get kind of a banana Foster thing. And that's kind of what I was expecting to get here, more of that caramelized banana. And maybe as it opens up, it will. But I should finish the stream right now, actually. But this is just, I'm getting actually a bit more toasted marshmallow, but it is, and I'm getting some oaky, like oak and char actually now on the nose. That's actually kind of coming forward. The complexity of the dovetail, that dovetail is opening up beautifully. So that's what I have here, Hindo, and it is really opening it up. Yeah, so that's what I got on the sample that I had. And like, that's fully what I was expecting. I'm definitely getting more. Oh, okay. So he got this marshmallow coffee chalk. Yeah. Now that you say coffee, let me see if that's what it is. Because I don't drink much. I mean, I drink café con leche, but that's like so far from still being coffee with all the cream and sugar. Wait, what? Uh, oh, did he go earlier tonight because of the? Oh, crap. And I still have 45 people watching. Y'all cray. Y'all must have 2 tabs open and are listening to him. That is the only way that. Oh man, I feel bad though because I love watching his. Crap it, crap it, crap it. Oh, I'm missing his, and he was open. Oh, he was trying EHT barrel proof. I have single barrel. That's another one. I need to actually make an actual. I love EHT single barrel. I bet that barrel proof is good. But let me look for that coffee note real quick, and then I'm gonna wrap this up, y'all. Thank you so much. Like I said, I have a website now. I think one of my awesome mods will, like Richie Z, or I'm not trying to tell y'all to by calling you out. I'm calling you out because the two of you are like the bomb, but Richie Z and Whiskey Wiggle are both amazing. But whiskeymountains.com, super simple to remember. But I've got merch, I've got notebooks, shirts, a cool like camping style mug, and I'll be growing that. I've got Patreon sign dropped, but I have a Patreon. Like and subscribe. Oh, and Donnie killed it. Freaking killed it. That's so cool. Thank you, Donnie. And well, and don't forget, y'all, later tonight, ADHD Whiskey's going on for the Mash Madness finale. It kept getting delayed thanks to FedEx, but that's happening tonight. Grease versus Kyle from Bourbon Blind, and Grease is from the podcast. So I think that'll be a lot of fun and interesting. No, my brother's in here. Oh my God, my brother's in here. Oh, that's so weird. So I told my family about the channel after the fundraiser. That is so funny. Well, say hi to my brother, y'all. Now he knows what I was doing on his. Oh my God, the two of you. Donnie says I owe a drink from the avoided bottles. So do you want me to do the Old Scout or the? I wouldn't say it was I feel like Clyde Mays I was avoiding. Is that what you want me to do, or do you want me to do something else, Donnie? I feel like that's kind of what, just because of the description, apple cider vinegar. Like, who wants to try that? Exactly. Don't take my Jack Daniel's thing about. I feel like I don't drink enough coffee to be able to recognize the coffee note. Like, I'm not saying it's not there. I feel like it's because I'm just not familiar. My café con leche is literally, I also simmer milk on the stove every morning with sugar in it. And I pour the café bustelo in a little stovetop thing into that. So I don't have a clue. Wait, oh no, family can't be in. They're going to tell my secrets. I'm a terrible sister. He's a terrible brother, in all fairness. She was that. Oh, because Kilko said this. Donnie, let me know if Clyde Mays will do, or if it's something else you would like me to pour, like seagrass, I guess. If I don't know where that is. I don't see it. I also got a rum while I was there, which I'm excited for, just to kind of try out rum. So, not fairness. That doesn't even make sense, Antonio. He goes by Tony, but his real name's Antonio. Don't fall for it. Tony is lame. Clyde Mays. Okay, just because I don't want to wander off and I don't want to keep this going too long, I'll do the Clyde Mays. Oh, and Nick says Clyde Mays too. And Hindo says it's good. Okay, all right. I did bring over some extra glasses just in case I went past these four. Tim Corning says rum. I'm sorry if I yelled that. I don't know what proof that rum is. This is what I got because I got a rum while I was in Puerto Rico. It's Donku, like it's a decent Donku. It's like, I know Donku is not considered high, but it's Puerto Rican. But it was like a Gran Añejo. That's considered like actually a decent sipper, as opposed to just for cocktails. But I Googled things and they said this one was a good one, as just like a solid, decent, budget sipper. Again, budget. So I do have this. That's 80. That's 80 proof. I don't think I can go down though. So yeah, I don't know if I can see it right now, but okay. So you can see how that could be confused with like barrel char, that kind of bitter note instead. Because I feel like that's, which I say bitter. I feel like bitter has a negative connotation, but I actually really like it in this. So I don't mean that. So you say it's peaches. Is it peaches and mintiness / eucalyptus / menthol / rye / dill / pickle? Since it's a rye. He says do the seagrass. God dang it. You're killing me. I don't know. I don't know where it is. Necklace. Nick, be useful. If Nick can come grab me the seagrass or tell me where it is in the chat, I will do some. But until then, I'll go ahead and do Clyde Mace, which he has tried. Yeah, because it's open. So, ooh. Oh, man, I really like this. Again, I'm still getting like very much toasted marshmallow, like a s'mores things. Oh, we don't have this. When did you have seagrass? Oh, just kidding. I forget. I think of Nick about the seagrass because we got a sample of it and I didn't get to try it because he drank it all. So instead, I get to call him out for stealing my samples. I completely forgot. What if you didn't buy the sea? I just thought that he had because we bought totally different things. Jack Daniels just has like a creaminess that I really dig to it. It's like a creamy, so marshmallow, but not so much in the, so if you've had like a toasted barrel, you might get some like toasted marshmallow in it that honestly for me is not really my jam, but in this, I really enjoy it. So and maybe it's because of the creaminess that goes with it. And again, for me, what I'm picking up is barrel char, but maybe also as kind of a coffee espresso note. So yeah, that's where we're at. So we're doing, yo, what did I just pour that in? Oh God, yeah, that was the Clyde Mays. Okay. That smells exactly like apple pie. So here's a fun fact for you, because you're probably like, who smells apple pie and says, wow, oh God, that's definitely that. I don't actually like apple pie, but I do like some things that I get kind of apple pie-y notes on. So that's not to say I won't like the whiskey, but I don't actually like apple pie. You know, I have not had it since I was a child. I should probably try it again. I might like it. My taste buds have definitely changed a lot. But pecan pie, I only just tried again very, very recently, and found out that I really, really, really like it. So sorry, I wanted to read this one. You know, my wife was mad as hell because I opened the Angel Envy store pick and don't remember. Oh boy. I didn't even know they did store picks. We have an Angel's Envy. That's the only rye. There's that one and one that Bourbon sent me are the only ryes that I've been like, I could actually drink this. Oh, buddy. Oh, Ruben, right? We were on a stream together, weren't we? Buddy, what were you doing? Not smart, not smart. Get you some vanilla. Ooh, I do have some vanilla ice cream. My thing is, anybody else not like soggy and pie? Okay, focus. I just don't like the way ice cream makes the pie soggy. So I like to have the ice cream over here and then the pie separate. Please tell me you're quoting When Harry Met Sally. Be gone by. My dad and I have quoted that since I was a child, but Antonio has better memory than I do. Maybe I had pecan pie as a child at some point, but the only one I remember and that I actually really liked was just a couple of years ago. And then I made my own, like a boss. It wasn't that good. Okay, so it really is very much baked apple and cinnamon sugar. But also the crust. It really is the full freaking pie. I mean, that's why you can immediately smell it and know, like, nope, that one is definitely the Jack Daniel. I thought I had more Jack Daniels left. Yes, I was right. Yes. Big waiter, I would proudly partake. There's too much pepper on my paprikash, but I would proudly partake in your pecan pie. I just love Billy Crystal, and he's got a great book. Anyways, alcohol. What am I drinking? Clyde May's, the weird thing, which, for information, Alabama style, which basically means they drop. Does anybody know? Do they slice the apples, or do they put the whole apples? And then how long do they leave the apple? Because I feel like if you sliced the apples and opened up the innards to it, and then like left them for months or something, that you would think would be crazy, right? So, but there is a lot of apple things. So, and again, this is 110 proof, whereas the standard is 85 proof. So we did get 110 proof. Focus, focus, focus. City Slickers is when my Antonio can tell when they came for my defense, we watched City Slickers and I hadn't seen it in years. It's still so good. Aw, Norman, the little calf. But sorry, this is kind of this is a high rye mash bill, which you would not tell by the nose. I'm not getting any of the major rye things that I don't like. So this is a 55% corn, 30% rye, 15%. I wrote barley. I assume malted barley. 67 years blend, finished with a hint of apple, whatever that means. Norman. So yeah. Oh, I wrote down questions to myself to research later. I'm curious whether, you know how Jack Daniels is Tennessee whiskey, and now the federal government, whatever, has established that as an actual label. I'm wondering, Clyde May also does not advertise itself as bourbon, even though that qualifies. I guess because they do this whole apple thing. I don't know if that's what would qualify as their Alabama style, whatever. But whether or not that's like federally recognized yet or not. So if anybody happens to know that in the chat, I'm weirdly curious. No clue, but it gives their Alabama style whiskey a distinct profile. Okay. Oh, sliced apples. Germans call it Schnitz pie, slices. And so Alabamians do this. They put the schnitz pie in it, like they put sliced apples, basically. Do you know how long? Because I feel like they could rot. And that was one of the notes on the website, like one of the websites, actually a couple, when I looked up. So a lot of times I research things. I may or may, like, you know, just to give me ideas, but I'm not going to tell you that that's what I'm getting if that's not what I'm getting. So just because I have seen somebody else say that, I know that can trigger, you know, whatever, but like, I'm not going to pretend I'm getting something that I'm not, if that makes sense. Kind of like a finished whiskey. Yeah. It's just a weird thought because it's like, it's easier to imagine a finished whiskey, which barrel is. Did I mention that? It's rum, port, and Cabernet barrel finished. It's kind of neat. Which I'll return to that one and see if I can get any of that on there. But I'm very new to finished whiskeys. I don't have really any experience with those. Yes, I'm about to sip Clyde May's, which is all apple pie. Although, and maybe this is getting in my head from that website, but I do kind of get a vinegary sort of thing. I didn't get it earlier, but now, as it's opened up a bit, because I've yapped too much without sipping. So I'm going to sip. I don't know. Alabamians, I made that up, but maybe. You should know. Actually, one of my best friends lived in Alabama for a while. I should ask him. Nope. Mm-mm. Did we hit 60 likes, Donnie? Did I do this for a reason? I think I was supposed to do this if we hit 60 likes. I don't like this. That, oh, I really don't like this at all. That just completely turned my stomach. It was okay on the palate. Oh, no. Oh, all the apple's coming back. All the apple is coming back. Not my thing. Not my jam. Not my. Why did I do this, Donnie? Oh, we made it to 73 likes. Hell yeah. Like and subscribe for more Wile E. Coyote signs. Oh God, I don't. So I don't like apple juice or apple cider. I think if you do, you will like this. If you really don't, so I worked on a horse farm, and I'm sorry if this is super gross to people, but a horse urine smells like apple juice, like or fermented apple juice, which I guess is apple cider. And it's all I can think of, and it's all it makes me think of. And this is apple cider, and I so if you like apple juice, apple cider, you'll probably dig Clyde May's one. I don't. I'm gonna make Nick drink. It's still there. So it's got a good finish in that it lingers. Unfortunately, if you were me and you really don't like, oh no. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the barrel. Somebody was asking about the barrel. And as a recap on the barrel, when I first poured it, wasn't super into it. It was spicier than I expected. I thought it'd be more balanced. But as it's opened up, I've gotten way, way more. I worked on horse farms. This one horse would pee his stall into freaking like cement blocks. It was insane. So much better than horse urine. So, oh my gosh. Wow. No, this is really. So I'm getting more than just that. It's not so dark molasses anymore. It's almost got more of a lightness in a way, like a honey. Not quite honey, but like more of that lighter sweetness in the way that honey has, but not quite honey. Okay, I'm going to try that Dovetail again. I do really like that. Actually, so again, I don't have a ton of experience with finished things. As far as rum finished, I've just had the Angel's Envy, which is a rye. But I have had a couple of rums. I'm Puerto Rican. We can detect rum, right? It's in our genetics. I feel like there's just the mildest hint that I get of this rum finish. But it's also been finished in all these other things, and I don't know if it's finished in that order. Does the rum get covered? Who knows? Okay, y'all. It's being affected because I'm still getting some apple left over from that freaking Clyde Mays. Ah, why? Why? Sorry if you can hear me like swallowing too much. I'm sure that's really obnoxious. I got to work on my microphone game. Okay. Sorry, exactly, Kilko. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He can have all that Clyde Mays. That's not for. I kind of suspected it wouldn't be for me, which is why I avoided it, which Donnie totally called me out on. So, oh, thank you so much, Kate. Oh, awesome to see you here, Katie. But also, thank you so much. And in fact, that was another thing that I had open. I just wanted to share this with y'all. I think everybody I've seen in the chat, but just in case, or if you don't know, sort of the final and kind of as proof that I was legit. I didn't lie, I swear. But that this happened and it was all donated to where it was supposed to be. So I think I'm sharing my screen now. Oh, except that I can't actually see it. Oh, hey, BT Dubs, that's my shirt. You can get them at whiskeymountains.com. But this is my Alzheimer's walk page. That is, I've had this page for years. This is the Ed Sheeran song, A Fire Love, about him losing his grandmother from Alzheimer's. And that's my dad and abuela there and my abuelo. But look at this, y'all, $10,580. That's insane. Like, can you believe it? Look at my goal was 705%. I mean, come on. That's just like, thank you. Thank you so much, y'all, for that. That's what these people can do. So I had that up because I did want to share that because I realized my last live stream was the Alzheimer's one. And we raised over $10,000, which is crazy. Which gave me the guts to tell my family that I have a YouTube channel. So, sorry. It's weird when you say, and you say y'all. Yeah, in a way, y'all is a very progressive term in that it's genderless. And so you can use it for a big group of people and imply nothing about them. It's great. I love y'all. It's a great word. I'm sorry, I'm putting this up because it cracks me up. Tits up, Richie Z. Oh yeah. She's having a good old time. I didn't realize. Can y'all see hers? Maybe you could. Yeah, she's doing her thing. I hope you can't hear her. So yeah, it was just it was the coolest. So thank y'all for making that happen. This whole freaking community totally showed up. So it was the best. I still think about it random. I got a pin just today, this morning in the mail. This came because all the PayPal Venmo stuff I donated. And so they sent me this thing. And now I'm like part of some special Eloise society, I guess, of people who've donated huge amounts to the Alzheimer's thing. All because of y'all, which is just I think I'm going to put it on my backpacking. Great terminology, Adriana, way to go. So, but yeah, boom, it's official. Y'all is a word. So, all right, I tried all the whiskeys. I've gone way, way over. So I appreciate y'all so much. I'm digging the Dovetail. You and I are going to have to fight over this one. You drink the Clyde Mace. Well, you're from Georgia. Sorry, you're being a liberal. Ooh, and John Trombetta's the one who won the barrel pick with Driftless Glen in Wisconsin, coming up this weekend. So that'll be fun with Storytime Distillery. But you can go backpacking on the Trayton Wheels. I'm gonna have to think about that. So, but thanks so much, y'all. I'm so sorry I didn't realize A, how late I'd gone, and B, that Mash and Drum had gone early today. So, but thank you again. Website now. Also, if you become a Patreon. Oh, that's the sign that I dropped. Sorry. But you get a free sticker. I have legit stickers. Look how nice they are. This is thanks to Trev of it's the Bourbon Rinse. I said it's Bourbon Rinse. So website, Patreon. ADHD is going on at 10 p.m. Eastern tonight for the finale of Matt Madness. So get your bets in wherever you're betting early. I don't know. And I'm gonna have more Barrel and Jack Daniels and maybe some Stag and have myself a good night. So, but thanks. I don't even know. Oh, this is the Barrel Dovetail. I'm so excited I got to try this. Thanks for joining me with it. Y'all are awesome. So, salud. And then press the button, Adriana. Woo.